Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Related Podcast. I am your host, Amanda Bybel, and I am so honored and blessed and excited to be here with you guys today. For those of you watching on YouTube, what I'm currently doing is burning some Palo Santo. For my spiritual friends out there, you may have heard of like sage before. You may smudge or cleanse or whatever it is. I love to use Palo Santo, and I've talked about this in a couple of different episodes before, but like you can literally see like how small this is. It looks like I'm about to like smoke a joint or like a brown joint. What do you call that? A blunt? But I'm not, I promise. It just smells so good. It centers me, it grounds me, and I've just had a very crazy week, so it just feels very nice and light to be able to just do this for a second and like just send out an intention to deliver some hopefully inspiring stuff for you guys today. Today I had to take Julian to the doctor's, and I was just running super behind like all morning, and so right now I'm like, I'm here, I'm back, I am in my sacred spot. I cannot wait to record for you guys. I've been feeling so motivated, so inspired. I actually batched like 5 or 6 reels yesterday, and I haven't been recording any video content for a while, and like I feel like I'm like back on it, and I'm so excited. Something that actually helped me to feel really inspired, and I don't know if this is like something that anyone would actually say to you, because people are like, stop consuming content, blah, 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 all the Instagram and social media. But like I have been trying to set goals for myself to record reels or TikToks or whatever and put them on Instagram. And I felt like I was just kind of like going through the motions with them, doing them because like I had to, and I was feeling really like stuck. Like I didn't know what I wanted to share because I just have so much that I want to share. I just didn't know where to start with it. And I actually this weekend, which is really funny, I decided to consume content that inspired me on Instagram, and it gave me so many different like creative ideas for Instagram reels and like TikToks and stuff like that. And it actually is one of the reasons why I decided that today we're going to be talking about EFT tapping. It's like one of my favorite things ever. And EFT is actually like the topic of conversation that we're all talking about inside of the Sparkle System certification this week, because we're doing an EFT tapping sprint, I'm calling it. So we did like an overview yesterday. They learned how to do group tapping today, and tomorrow we're going to be creating our own tapping scripts. But I wanted to give you guys like a little bit of a crash course. Before I get into it though, I was thinking about how funny it is. So I've been wearing like these really big flannels every day, and Brett comes out of the bathroom, and so my closet and my bathroom are connected. So like I have to walk through my bathroom in order to get to my closet. And so I walked out of the closet and into the bathroom. He was getting ready to go to work this morning, and he looked at me, he was like, how many flannels do you have? I'm like, 1 for every day of the week. So I am currently wearing another flannel today, but the reason why I've been wearing like long sleeves every day is like, okay, so I don't know if this is too much information. I don't really care because I'm gonna share it with you guys anyway, but has anyone gotten waxed before, like anywhere other than your eyebrows or like your mustache? Okay, so like this is really weird, but it's actually not weird. It was something I decided that I wanted to do. So all the power to you if you do it. Over like, I call it like winter break, but no one's on winter break in my family. But during the winter break, I decided that I was going to go to the European Wax Center and get my armpits waxed. Which, if you aren't good with pain, I do not recommend this. I swear it felt worse than childbirth. And I got this done, so what is that, 3 weeks now? And like, this was 3 weeks ago, and like, we're looking a little bit gorilla-like underneath the armpits. I've never had, like, this has never been a thing for me ever. Like, as soon as there's like any hair growing in anywhere, it's like off my body. Like, I hate hair, and I'm having a really tough time with it because I'm like, oh, I feel so weird and gross. Like, if you don't shave your armpits, totally fine, all the power to you. But like, for me, it's like, I'm freaking out. So we're going to go get waxed again next week, but it's very interesting. So leave it in the comments below. Let me know if you've ever gotten waxed before and what your experience has been like. And the other thing, which I think is like so silly is I made chicken soup from scratch on Monday. And it's delicious, by the way. I'm like the best ever soup maker. But I went to Whole Foods, me and Julian. Julian loves coming food shopping with me, which is like the cutest thing ever. As soon as we get into the food store, he always says rainbow bagel. Like he always has his rainbow bagel at the store. But we went into Whole Foods. They didn't have the rainbow bagel. He had an everything bagel. And I decided that like I just wanted to make chicken soup. It was like one of those like extra cold days. So I got home after going around the grocery store with him, and he was like ordering his white cheese at the deli counter. It was just the cutest thing ever. I'm going to take a video of him one time and I'll post it for you guys to see. But anyway, got home, made my chicken soup. For those of you who want a recipe, I literally just put like tons and tons of water, a whole chicken, carrots, celery, and then a whole onion and just like a big, big bunch of dill. And that's it. It's so simple. But I was making it and I decided that I was going to taste test it, of course, after the chicken was finished. And I freaking burned my lip. Like I burned it so bad, like over here. It looks like I have blisters all over my bottom lip. It hurts. And it's like severe. Like it hurts so bad. But so that was the down point of the week. So let's talk about EFT tapping. If you have heard of EFT tapping before, amazing. I hope it changes your life as much as it's changed my life. And if you haven't heard of EFT tapping before, you're probably new to the podcast because I've definitely talked about it several times before, but keep listening. I am about to literally blow your mind and change your life, because if you follow what I'm going to be doing and what I'm going to be talking to you guys about, then your life will change. So a couple of years ago, when I was first like getting certified in coaching and tapping and NLP, I knew about emotional freedom technique, but I didn't know what the effects would be or like the beauty of it, because I'd never tried it before. I'd seen people like tapping on their heads, like, and I've seen like the different videos that my mentor was teaching and like all the things. And I was like, I am literally never going to do that, because not only does it look silly, but I don't think that it really works. And I wasn't a believer. So I went almost a year like going through this program, and I didn't ever try EFT tapping. So when I went to go get my certification in January of 2020, I asked my mentor at the time, like, what she did to significantly just like change her mindset and change her life, because in neurolinguistic programming, it is based on the foundation of something called modeling, which essentially means if someone's doing something excellent and you really are inspired by what they're doing, if you install the same like belief patterns, the same actions, attitudes, behaviors within your life, then you too should, by definition, start seeing those sorts of results in your life. So I wanted to model her behavior, and so I started asking her questions about like what she did, and she literally said to me, I just started tapping every day. And I looked at her and I literally, like, I kid you not, like, I'm not one of those people that could hide it like an eye roll. It was one of those like major eye roll moments. I was just like, okay, so she doesn't want to share what her secret is. Totally fine, whatever. But then she said to me like, hey, like, just try it. Like, try it for the week that you're here, and that's it. And that week I decided, all right, I mean, I'm here. I committed to coming to Toronto. I might as well do it. Basically, I tried it, and I kid you not, like, that week was the most successful week that I had experienced up until that point inside of my business, which is so wild because I didn't understand, like, why this was happening or what I was doing that was different. And I preach to you guys all about like manifestation and the law of attraction and like your energetics and like all the things, but it's really the truth, right? Like how we feel on the inside is going to be an energetic match for what we're seeing in our life, in our physical space, in our physical reality on the outside. So if you don't feel good inside, or if you're holding on to frustrations or limiting beliefs or limiting decisions or negative thoughts and negative patterns and like all of these things that really don't serve you, you're going to be carrying that. And that's a really heavy weight to be carrying around with you. If you're also trying to feel like the ease and flow and lightness and radiance and all of the things, like you can't feel two opposing things at the same time. It's just not possible. So when I learned about EFT, I was actually really pretty mind blown because I didn't realize how much scientific proof there was that it works and why it works. But essentially it like completely eliminates like any negative emotions, any negative feelings, thoughts, or beliefs and patterns that have been keeping you like in this cycle of stuck. And like I like to consider myself like a mindset queen, expert, whatever, because I literally can talk about this stuff all the time. But it's basically based on the same scientific principles and proven principles as acupuncture, acupressure, yoga, like ancient Chinese medicine. And it can be really like utilized anytime, anywhere, literally no, like non-invasive. You can like tap on your head if you don't want to, tap and be like one of those people in public who are, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone in public, but I've definitely seen people doing this in public. So I think that it's so powerful. It really is why manifestation for me and the law of attraction for me is working for me instead of against me. So when we are working with emotional freedom techniques or tapping, what we're doing is we're voicing and saying out loud these negative things that we don't want to be feeling anymore, any frustrations that you're holding on to. You're literally saying it out loud and how you're feeling. And I think that the reason why that's so powerful is because it literally just creates the awareness of what's going on beneath the surface. And in order to release something and in order to shift a way of feeling or being, you have to first understand what's happening behind the scenes before you can really even do anything about it. So the first round of EFT tapping is really tapped through the negative reminder phrases or the negative feelings that you're feeling on a daily basis. And it allows you to kind of just release it without having to associate into it or to really experience that negative thought or negative feelings. So people say that like tapping can literally work for anything. So if you're not sure if like what you're feeling can be tapped on, I'd say just try it, because no matter what, I think that every single thing can be tapped on. I've also tapped on headaches. I've tapped on period cramps. I've tapped on, like my knee hurting, my back hurting. In fact, this is actually really funny. I don't know if it's funny, actually. It's just a story. But I have like recently started working out again after Cameron was born, I think so maybe like mid-November I was allowed to start going to the gym again. And I started going to these kickboxing classes, and I was at Rumble Boxing. So if you know about Rumble Boxing, then you're probably like in a city somewhere. But it's been really freaking awesome. And I love it so much. But what I realized was happening, I was getting like this cramp in like my lower back. And I think it was because I was either throwing the punch wrong or I wasn't pivoting my leg enough or whatever. But I had this cramp like in my lower back, and it wouldn't go away. And finally one day I'm like, why don't I just tap on this? So I've been tapping on this lower back cramp for like a week. And yesterday, I actually didn't even realize this until yesterday, but it hadn't been there for like 3 or 4 days. Like it just went away. And what's so interesting about it, it wasn't like one of those like mind-blowing, oh my God moments where I was like, wow, my cramp is gone the moment it went away. It was something that like integrated and like gradually happened. And then I noticed that it hadn't been there for over a couple of days, which was really, really cool. So you can tap on physical ailments, emotional ailments, anything that's really bugging you, and it will work. And it's so freaking powerful when it does. So if you know about EFT, then maybe you've read books or watched videos. I love watching Gala Darling. I also learned tapping in the Judgment Detox by Gabby Bernstein. There's a lot of different resources out there for free on the internet. You can buy books. You can just watch reels or TikToks. I've been doing a lot of reels on tapping. So if this is something that interests you, then take a look at my reels. You can head over to my Instagram at Inner Beauty Bybel. My Instagram link will be here below, so you can check that out. I also have another video on tapping in the archives on the YouTube channel, so you'd have to look for it somewhere. I'm not really entirely sure, but whoever's editing my video is probably going to put it over here somewhere or over here somewhere, so you can easily access it. But basically, another reason why I love the way that I tap, and it's different than any way that other people tap, is because I do 4 rounds. Like sometimes you'll see people just tapping and tapping and tapping, tapping and just taking no breaks in between. But something that I like to do with my tapping sequences is add in like logical belief bridging. So a belief bridge is something where like you have to actually believe what you're saying in order for it to integrate, right? So instead of going right from the negative phrases, like maybe you're feeling like you don't deserve success, or that you can't be successful, or that you don't believe in yourself, or maybe you're feeling anxious about going live on Instagram, or maybe you have a job interview coming up and you're feeling overwhelmed about it, or maybe you're having, maybe you have 2 kids at home and you're like, oh my God, I can't even get like my 17 loads of laundry done, or whatever it is. You can literally say those things out loud. But if you were to go directly to the mantra of like, I am wildly capable of all the success in the whole wide world, like, while that's really amazing and all, it's just not how you're feeling in the moment. So I don't believe that it would integrate right away. So I use the belief bridge where I say the negative phrases, I tap on the second round of how I want to feel instead, which is obviously also true. And then I go to I allow myself to feel, and then I say the I am statements. With tapping, what it really does is it collapses your neural pathways, and it also creates brand new ones. So because it is based off of the same principles of like acupuncture and acupressure, it works with the meridians of the body. And the meridians are essentially your life force. So if you've heard of like the term chi, this is essentially what's going on here. Like, it's supposed to like flow freely. You're supposed to flow with ease, all the things. But if something's feeling like negative, or if you're feeling like frustrated, or there's like something stuck, what's happening is like your meridians are like clogged up. So with the tapping, you're actually unclogging or unstucking the stuckness and realigning your energy system inside of your body, which is allowing you to create these new neural pathways and live this new beautiful life and feel a new way. So with saying the negative, you're bringing awareness to how you're feeling, and then tapping into the positive, you're creating these new neural pathways, which is so cool. And like, it blows my mind because literally it's just such an easy technique that you can use all the time, anytime, anywhere. And it literally takes like minutes, and you'll be feeling so much better. So I've been doing a lot of tapping on my social channels, so make sure that you go ahead and check those out if you're interested in learning more about tapping. If you are listening on the podcast, you can head over to my YouTube channel so you can get a visual, or you can just follow along and listen to my voice. And if you're watching on YouTube, hey, I love you guys. I love everybody. So I love you if you're on the podcast, and I love you on YouTube. Don't worry. But what we do is we start with the karate chop point. So the karate chop point is essentially like that meaty spot underneath your pinky, and it's like between like your pinky knuckle and your wrist, like this area, like right in there. And I use all 4 fingers to tap on that karate chop. So you can just like imagine doing a karate chop, like that's where we're gonna be tapping on, and you can totally feel it too. So like if you feel like along that area, you'll definitely be able to feel like where that energy point is on your karate chop. So we're going to start here, and we say the setup phrase, which is something along the lines of, even though I feel this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we say this 3 times. So even though I'm feeling this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am feeling this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. So we're just reminding ourselves that, like, even though I feel this way, like, I still have so much love for me, which is so important, right? Like, just to remember that, like, just because you feel a negative way, or if you're feeling a negative emotion, or you're believing a certain belief, like, you are not that thing. So it's just that reminder that you are not your beliefs, you are not those behaviors, you are not the pain or the disease or whatever it is that you're feeling. And I just want to remind everybody, if you're listening, you are not your behaviors, and you are not your beliefs, and you have the power to change your beliefs and change your behaviors at any time, and you are inherently an amazing and loving, deserving human. So that's the first tapping point, and we only do that once. And then the 8 tapping points are on the top of your head. So I like to do it close to like where my hairline is, and I can definitely feel like the vibration when I do it over there. And if you're watching, it's like right here, but if you're not watching, again, it's like right where your hairline starts, and you'll be able to feel it and just kind of like massage a little bit around there, like using your fingertips to like see what feels best for you. You'll definitely feel the energy part. It's like almost like your face vibrating. So that's the top of your head is tapping point number 1. Tapping point number two is a spot like right above between your eyebrows, like right here, using your 2 fingers. So again, like it's like that point, like right like where your nose comes to meet like where your eyebrow bone is. I would say it's about like an inch or 2 right above that, and then you're tapping on both with both of your hands. And then the next point is like right on your temples, the side of your eyes. The next point after that is under your eyes, so like that meaty, fleshy part under your eyes. It's not like your eye socket, but like right below. And then you have under your nose, your chin, your collarbone. So again, this is not like the actual bone of your collarbone. It's like the little fleshy part underneath your collarbone. And then it's under your arm. So like where your bra line is. And like this one I know looks a little bit silly, but please don't skip this one. I like this one, one of the best ones. I like this one. I like under my eyes. I like the temples. So lucky I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt. Otherwise you would be getting a nice view of the interesting animals that I've got going on underneath here, but I will spare you guys today. So those are the 8 tapping points. We start with the karate chop. So if you're including the karate chop, that would be 9 tapping points. And we go through 4 different rounds. So I'm going to intuitively tap with you guys today. So if you are somewhere that you can safely use your hands, tap along with me. You can save this for later if it's not the right time, or if you're someone who's a little bit more visual, you can head on over to the YouTube channel and follow along so that you can experience the tapping with me today. I'm going to tap on the fear of the unknown and tapping into unlimited possibilities today. So you can tap along with me, and I'd love to hear in the reviews or in the comments below what you guys thought and how you felt. Another thing before we get started, I didn't want to forget to say this, is I like to measure on on an intensity scale from 0 to 10, 0 being like I don't feel it at all, to 10 being like this all-consuming feeling. I like to measure it and like give myself a rating between each round, so I can see how much of a shift I experienced through a tapping session. So today we're going to be talking about or tapping through like the unknown and unlimited possibilities. So let's start with the karate chop, tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I'm feeling this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am feeling this way, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Taking a deep belly breath in, so putting your hand like right by your belly button, filling that up with air. And if you didn't already measure on the intensity scale between 0 and 10, make sure you write that down right now. And then we're going to start at the top of the head. I feel uncomfortable going into the unknown because I don't know what's going to happen between the eyebrows. Because I don't know what's going to happen. Side of the eyes, and that scares me. Under the eyes, and I don't like feeling scared. Under the nose. And when I feel uncomfortable, I stop and don't do anything. On your chin. And when I don't do anything, I freeze and nothing happens. Collarbone. So I'd rather be uncomfortable in the known than in the unknown. So I'm not going to make any progress. Under the arm, so I guess I'm just going to stay stuck. Taking a deep breath in. and release. So if you want to write down on the intensity scale between 0 and 10 if it's gone up or down or stayed the same. And we're going to start back for round 2. On the top of the head, I want to feel like I can make decisions to walk through the unknown. Top of the eyebrows, I want to feel like this is easy and effortless. Side of the eyes, I want to trust my decisions. Under the eyes, I want to feel like everything is going to work out. Under the nose, I want to feel like the universe has my back. Your chin, I want to know that everything will work out for my highest good. Collarbone, I want to feel like I can take steps forward, trusting myself. Under the arm, because when I trust myself, the possibilities are endless. Okay, taking a deep belly breath in and out. One more. And out. And now on the intensity scale between 0 and 10, I just want you to rate what you're feeling now. 0, it's not there at all. 10 being all-consuming, if it's gone up, down, or stayed the same. Or maybe you started this call and you weren't feeling any frustrations at all. Just enjoy the shifts and the effects that you're feeling with this tapping, okay? Top of the head. I allow myself to move through the fear of the unknown. Top of the eyebrows. I allow myself to feel happy. Side of the eyes. I allow myself to walk forward knowing the universe has my back. Under your eyes. I allow myself to feel free to do what I want to do and what I deserve to do. Under your nose, I allow myself to experience the beauty of life. Your chin, I allow myself to feel comfort in the discomfort of the unknown. Collarbone, I allow myself to embrace the unknown. Unknown equals new results. Under your arm, I allow myself to experience unlimited possibilities. Taking a deep belly breath in and out. One more. And out. Now, on the intensity scale, we're going to do this again. 0 to 10, 0 not there at all, 10 being all-consuming. Has it gone up, down, or stayed the same? Now, one of the reasons why I like to just kind of track it on an intensity scale is because it's a visual way for you to see what kind of a shift is happening for you. So I like to do it like that. And the last round, we're going to start at the top of the head. We're going to say, I am powerful. I am powerful. Top of the eyebrows. I am limitless. I am limitless. Side of the eyes. I have unlimited potential within me. Under your eyes. I am capable of anything. Under your nose. I can do anything I set my mind to do. Your chin. I get to experience all of the beautiful gifts the universe has to offer. Collarbone. I trust myself, and I deserve to live my life beyond my wildest dreams. Under your arm, I get to feel in alignment and in ease and flow, because I am a radiant cosmic queen aligning with my inherent right to be brilliant. That was a mouthful, but that felt pretty normal and awesome to say. So just say it. I don't even know what I said, but just say it. All right, taking a deep belly breath in and out. One more. And out. And if you're closing your eyes and like not driving somewhere and you can keep your eyes closed, I just want you to notice the light and just notice how it's taking on this like beautiful color, and bring that light into the space like right behind your belly button. Is your sacral chakra responsible for like your emotions and desires and creativity? I want you to put the light right there behind your belly button and just feel it expand as you take another deep inhale and release. Now, on the intensity scale, has it gone up, down, or stayed the same? And just look at how it's shifted throughout each round. So EFT tapping has significantly transformed my life. I cannot even explain to you guys the effects that it's had. I tap with my son. I tap with Julian literally all the time. And we say the same reminder phrases. Obviously, we don't do anything like crazy complicated. He's a toddler. Like, he doesn't have much of an attention span. But I'll tap on his like little head and he'll repeat after me, and we say, I'm important, I'm big and strong, I am loved, I am valued, I am worthy. And he knows like tapping. And I think it's just so powerful for ourselves to tap, because like our kids like regulate and respond to how we're feeling. So if we're not feeling our best, like that's like, how do you pour from an empty cup, right? So this is something like, as a mama or as wherever you are, whatever you do, if you're not a mom, you can instantly like regulate your nervous system and raise your vibration and begin to feel so much better. And it's free. You don't have to pay for tapping. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment below. Please leave me a review. Let me know if you want more like this. And if you love the tapping, I want to hear all about your shifts. And remember, you are you, and that is your superpower. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.